At Riverside, we are also a community-based organization. We have a whole bunch of things that we offer to our kids in the neighborhood, and one of them is SNL, which stands for Saturday Night Lights. It's a grant that was given to us by the New York City Police Department that allows kids a safe space to come into and partake in what we have to offer. A lot of the time, the kids have no place to go, and this is what SNL stands for. We also offer a robotics program that was given to us in grant form also by the West Harlem Development Corporation. We'd like to thank them, by the way, for giving us the grant and allowing kids to build robots and concentrate on possibly becoming engineers if that's what they choose to do. The next program we have is called SWAG. It's an initiative that basically deals with the healthcare professionals, allowing kids to learn a little bit more about what it takes to be a doctor, a trainer, a nurse, anything along the educational field of medicine that they might want to partake in.
So again, Jeremy, thank you for coming out. We really appreciate you being a part of the program. So what was your best part of the program? What did you like the best about it?
Having fun building it.
Having fun building it. That's great. And Mom, you come get in it as well. So we're happy that you're here to support your son participate in this program. So what do you think?
I've been looking for a robot building class for him because he's into building things and he likes engineering. So this is something that he's really interested in.
Oh, great, great. Okay, perfect. So he wants to be an engineer one day. So that's fantastic, you guys.
All right, thank you so much. Thank
Bye.
you.
I'm Naomi Luca. I've been involved with Riverside for about 5 years now. I got involved with SWAG from Tony Harsgrave. He's helped me out a lot during this whole Riverside thing. And he helped me get involved with SWAG once I told him I wanted to be a nurse. The number one thing from participating was I really did enjoy talking to different doctors and from the different occupations and what they did and what they're doing at the time.
Just because you're not a professional athlete doesn't mean you can't be involved in sports. There's a million ways to be involved in sports. You don't have to be a coach or a player. You can be a journalist. You can be on television. You can work behind the scenes. You can work in the front office. You can work in the finance department. So I think if you love sports, you can work in sports. You don't have to be an athlete to work in sports. And so I've just kept that mentality the whole time.
You know, there's so many avenues through sports period. And, you know, developing relationships with people is something that we always touch base on is, you know, the people you meet through sports. And this is a key example of that. So make sure you guys keep that in mind.
Now we're going to take a deeper look into our other academic programming, which is our Impact Team, our Academic Elite Showcase, and our Student Handbook series.
Here at this, I feel like I had a chance to play guys at a high competition level and also get my game in because, you know, during this pandemic, there's not a lot of resources out there for young kids my age, especially those who are about to graduate in their senior year. So this is definitely a great way for us to come together and just play ball.
My name is Kofi Aduse, and I'm the assistant coach of the Riverside Impact Team, 17U team. And being part of this Academic Elite Showcase has probably been one of the highlights of my time here. The purpose of the Academic Elite Showcase is a free event for D2 and D3 schools and for high school seniors, so there's a mutual benefit involved. Some of the highlights are, from the past, we had 27 students that were able to connect with their eventual colleges through our showcase, including my Impact Team, where we had 11 out of 12 of our players make their connections, and now they're currently playing at these schools. Well, besides the fact that it's free, is in addition to it, we put a lot of emphasis on the student part of the student athlete. What we can do in the future is we're thinking about putting on a girls event, but in addition to that, just thinking about different ways that we can stretch out our resources and get more of the schools outside of our region. Maybe get into schools and coaches out in the West Coast, the Midwest, so that we can reach out our branch and get a better opportunities for all of our students in New York City.
My name is Jonah Greenstein. I've been with Riverside since 2017, so 3.5 years. You know, the Riverside Impact program that we ran was especially successful. We had 12 student athletes in that program, graduating in the spring of 2020. They joined the program in the winter of 2019. These were student athletes who, you know, joined a program primarily from New York City public schools, from Title I schools. The focus is on college access. This is the Student Athlete College Handbook Series. It's gonna be 4 workshops.
As a student athlete, you got gonna be held to a higher standard. Like every classwork or homework, it counts towards trying to get to where you're trying to go. You don't wanna be sitting there like, dang, I wish I worked harder back then. You don't wanna have regrets.
A lot of people say, I need a Division I or Division II athletic scholarship to be able to go to college for free. That is not true. Everything you do, every year, every class you take is telling your story. So you wanna make sure that story is as strong as possible. What are the GPA and SAT minimum requirements to play Division I sport? Nice.
You try to do your best. Always talk to people. Talk to your teachers, talk to your guidance counselor. Just talk to everybody. Try to communicate. Communication is the #1 thing.
If this is the thing that you really, really want, you need to know your own information. Next week, we're gonna be talking about different types of colleges in New York and beyond. If anyone wants to join these series, they are more than welcome. We're trying to just share as much of this information as possible to help people reach their goals.